It's officially been over 2 weeks since some fund kicked me out of their competition, and they have not responded to me. They have not answered any of my questions. They have accused me of being a cheater, but presented no evidence of that. And I have been struggling a lot to make a video in response to this because, to me, kindness is a very important thing to try to keep close to your heart at all times. And due to what's happened here, I'm having a really hard time being kind. I've been treated really poorly, and I have this feeling that because I was treated poorly, I want to be mean in return to the people who treated me poorly. And that's an awful reason to be mean to somebody. Just because somebody's mean to you, it does not give you any justification to be mean back to them. But at a certain point, I need to fill people in on what happened, this contest that they were voting for me in, what happened to the $1,000 giveaway that I cannot do due to the fact that they're refusing to give me the emails of the people who voted for me. And I just need to tell people what happened. So I've accepted the fact that I might not be able to be as nice as I want to be while creating this video, and I'm just giving myself forgiveness up front for that. And if I'm not kind, just understand that this is what I'm dealing with internally, and at a certain point, you have to be kind to yourself as well as being kind to others. And so yeah, I'm being kind to myself by forgiving myself for not being kind. Anyways, let's talk about this. I was going to organize things. So whatever 2 weeks ago today is, I think February 3rd is the day that I found out that I was ejected from the competition. February 2nd, I was in first place in the competition, and our votes were continuing to climb because I had been live streaming for 3 days straight. Not straight, I live streamed about 36 hours, 12 to 14 hours per day for the previous 3 days, just Snapchatting fans, getting people to vote, asking people to get their friends and family and sports teams in particular to vote. And that night we had a big surge because it was a Friday night, and I was asking people to get their hockey teams to vote. And a lot of people came back to me saying, oh yeah, I just got my whole hockey team to vote. Just got 15 new votes for you. And it was like amazing. We were skyrocketing. We were like launching into first place. And rewinding even more, the people who we had taken first from the night before, they had made a video that was trying to make me seem like a bad person. They'd made a video completely themed around me and how they wanted to beat me. They had been encouraging people to vote with multiple accounts, which is hypothetically what I was kicked out for. And I had never encouraged anyone, and I had actively encouraged people to not vote with multiple accounts. You can see it on my live stream. I've offered to send this footage to the company. They don't want it. They refuse to accept it. They refuse to give any evidence of my cheating or accept evidence of me actively encouraging people to not cheat. The people who I took first place from, by getting more votes than them, they were actively cheating, they were actively being mean to me, and they were also removed for cheating on that Sunday night. I want to say February 5th. My dates are a little bit off. I'm sorry. But they were removed from the contest for cheating, and the one person who I was able to message, a guy named Braden, I asked him so they were put back on Monday, is what I'm trying to say. These people were taken off for cheating and then put back into the competition on Monday. And I kind of said, what's going on? Because you gave me this email address of a dude named Charlie. I emailed Charlie. Charlie has ghosted me for 2 weeks straight now. And I have not had a chance to show that I'm not a cheater, because I'm not. And these guys have had you get back to them, and apparently the guy said, oh, they showed evidence that they had a big live event and got a bunch of votes on one IP address. And I was like, I sent him a bunch of evidence, and I was like, well, here's my evidence. And he was like, well, no, that's not your issue. And I'm just like, well, what is my issue? And then he ghosted me and has not responded to me for 2 weeks. And that's kind of where I'm at. So this is where I've given you what I know. I know, this is what I factually know. And this is sort of where I struggle to like, I want to start speculating as to why this could be. And quite frankly, I feel like I wasn't the face they wanted to win. I make comedy, I make family friendly music, and these are a bunch of people who are like G-list celebrities from LA who want to be hanging out with rappers but aren't actually famous or cool enough or talented enough to be hanging out with these types of people that they wish they could. And the fact that somebody who is completely self-made, I've never had an industry connection in my entire life. I literally just post good videos and good music that people actually want to listen to. And I don't like play the little Hollywood celebrity whatever games to try to like leverage your way to being successful. Like I'm actually just, I'm gonna sound, I just make it all myself. I make all my videos and music, like I just do it. And I make stuff that's like corny and silly and not taking itself too seriously. And they're like into cryptocurrency and just wanna be hanging out with the coolest rappers or whatever. And I don't fit that image. And I think that if I won, it was going to kind of screw up their egos and screw up their cool artist contest. And so they had to do something about it. I also can't help but notice that me being removed has put some personal friends of some hoodlum, the person running the competition, into higher prize brackets. I won't say whether, like I can't say that this was done intentionally, but I can say that that's true. That close personal friends of the people running the competition are being given more money now that I've been removed. I can say that that is absolutely true. And I can say that the people who were removed for cheating and then got back into the competition made a public video asking their fans to go leave comments on the contest page and made a big public stink. And obviously this was not good PR. And so part of me wishes that I would have been a bully as well and bullied my way back into the competition. But overwhelmingly, I know that I made the right choice, and I know that I'm not a bully. That's not how I want to do things. That's why I kept everything completely private, and I wanted to give them time to get back to me. Even if they got back to me and said, hey, yeah, somebody, we don't know who, but somebody used a bot to give you fake votes. Even if I was like targeted and taken out of the competition in that way, that's one thing. Like, okay, you ran a terrible competition. We did not take the measures to make sure our contestants were safe. We were not protecting the artists that were a part of our competition. We completely dropped the ball. And because of that, we have to take you out of the competition. Like, I would be upset, but that's one thing. At least then I would know what happened. But the way it is now, it just seems like this is a completely unexcusable negligence that clearly is showing favoritism by making the contestant that openly endorsed cheating and allowing them to win first place openly to the world. Like on their story, go make multiple accounts, go vote as many times as you can. Openly breaking the contest rules. They were replied to within 24 hours and allowed to go back on the leaderboard, despite proudly breaking the rules, proudly attacking me publicly, and then proudly bullying their way back into the competition. All of that is like, they just don't want to address it. And it's probably pretty embarrassing for them to have done such a terrible job of running a competition. Whew, this feels nice to say, and I'm not being very nice, but I'm being honest, and sometimes that's the way it's got to be. So yeah, I have no meaningful update. I'm very, very, no meaningful update in terms of any word as to evidence, explanation, anything about why I was removed. The last half of this video was my speculation. And I admit that some of it was not with any evidence. I don't know why I was removed from the competition. I feel like I was removed because I was not the winner that they wanted. But that is my feelings. I'm not claiming that to be true, just to be very clear. And I also, as of now, am unable to do the $1,000 giveaway. As far as I'm concerned, we got first because you could see the vote tally even after they took us off. We still won. Even giving the other team 3 days to catch up, we still won. So I was like, we won. I got nothing, but y'all showed up and y'all were amazing and voted for me and supported me. So I want to just get the money together somehow and do this $1,000 giveaway. They're like, no, we're not going to give you the emails because I reached out to a random bonfire employee that I found from their website. That's the company running the thing. And that person actually did reply to me. So, sorry. I did get a reply when I messaged from a different email address saying, hey, I was involved in the contest. Could I get the emails? Because at that point I was like, they weren't replying to my main email address. So I used my different email address to say like, hey, can I get the emails, please, so I can do this giveaway? And then they were like, no, we've decided to not give that out. Yeah, we just changed our mind. Just like we changed our mind when we changed the terms and conditions of the competition halfway through by updating the rules. Just like we are only kicking out certain people and we're not going to give an explanation for why, but the people who like openly and like proudly violated the rules and also went after other contestants, they're cool. They're chill. Yeah. This was really nice to say. For the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to go, okay, how can I say this the most eloquently and the most kindly and the most civilly, yeah. And I realized that these people and this situation don't deserve that much of my mental energy. And sometimes when I'm used to dealing with people who are really nice. I'm used to dealing with people with decency and who care. And because of that, I was expecting some of that back. I was expecting a reply. I was expecting to not be lied to my face by the people putting on this competition repeatedly. And I was wrong. So because of that, I have, they don't get any fancy editing. They don't get a script. I'm not writing you a script. I'm not doing any of that. I am telling the truth so that I can say people, sorry, I can't do the giveaway because I got screwed. And that's kind of where we are at this point. I just said a lot of stuff, and unless I'm forgetting something, everything I said, I'm happy I said it. Once again, the facts were the facts, and the way that I feel about getting taken out of the competition is the way that I feel. I am not accusing the competition of doing anything beyond the things that I've, like, the factual evidence of, like, they did not respond. They've let these people in, and that, in terms of, like, why I was removed, once again, I do not know. And my emotional response of saying, I think it's because I wasn't cool enough, I don't know if that is true. Just to be very, very clear. That was entirely speculation. And because of that, I just want to be clear that I'm not, I'm not claiming to have any way of knowing whether that's true or not. It's just what seems like happened because of how they're fine with letting cheaters in their competition as long as, I don't know. I guess if those cheaters make a big enough stink and bully their way back into the competition, then they're allowed back in. Anyways, I guess that's it. Like I said, this felt good to say, and I repeated myself a bit at the end, but for now, new music, There are really, really exciting things coming in the next couple months with videos that I'm creating, with collaborations with certain organizations. I don't want to give away too much, but good prevails, and in the long run, cheaters fail. Cheaters are revealed. When you take advantage of people in the long run, and when you are nice to people in the long run, things are straightened out. So at this point, having said what I've said, I feel no stress because I know that God's got my back, and I know that good prevails and wickedness fails. So we're just going to go from there. Let's make some fun music. Let's get back to business as usual. I apologize sincerely to my fan base for not being more careful, rallying us behind this this competition. It seemed like because it was put on by world famous artists and well-renowned public companies that it would be safe, but I was wrong. So I'm really, really sorry about that. And I'm sorry about the promises that I made that I will not be able to follow through on as of now because of not getting that email list. If I can get that, $1,000 giveaway is back on to the people who supported me because I love y'all. And until then, I'm just going to keep making music and hopefully keep brightening your day with some cool tunes. Love y'all. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, comments or like Instagram DMs, and my email is best. You can find all that stuff on my website. Have a good day.